All right, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 factors that are going to make you determine whether or not you want to go to college or go to a trade school. Now, for a lot of young adults, this is a very pressing topic. It's very taboo to talk about because a lot of us are told we have to go to college and college is going to, make or break you. College is going to allow you to make more money, all these things. And a lot of the times this can be very misleading. So let's just kind of hop right into this concept. So college or trade school, what's going to determine whether or not you go? The first thing is automatically going to be, what is your passion? What do you actually want to do in life? Okay. A lot of us, we don't really know what we want to do. So when you're unsure of what you want to do, I tell everyone, just try something. Like if you don't know what you want to do, think of something you might want to do and try it, and if you're not sure and, just go to college for a year, go and start knocking out your prereqs. See if you like it, go to a community college so you can pay out of pocket, $300 a class. See if you like it. If you like it, stay, finish out a degree. If you don't, maybe it's not for you. Try a trade school. The next thing is your speed to get to work. Now, some of us, we may have a passion. Like you may want to become a doctor, but you don't have 8 years, you don't have the money, you couldn't get a scholarship, grants and student loans aren't cutting it. You still got to live. So maybe instead of rushing straight out to become a doctor, maybe you can do 2 years and become a nurse. 4 years of BSN. Maybe you do a year and become a LPN. Maybe you do a weekend and become a CNA, or a few weeks and become a med tech. There's different points in every career and there's different learning points in every career as well. So maybe your path isn't the traditional path. You may have children, you may not have the financial support from, family. There could be so many other things going on in your life and you need to get right to work. So you may have to settle for a certificate at the moment to be able to shoot for going to college or doing what you actually want to do later. Sometimes it's just that sacrifice, and there's nothing wrong with taking that sacrifice as long as you don't stop. Now, the next thing is going to be your network. Now, this really depends on what your passion is, but per se, you want to be a contractor. You could go and you can get a bachelor's degree and do it that way. Get an engineering degree or something like that. Apply, become a GC. Boom. You can take the education route. Or you could go the apprenticeship route, and become an electrician or, get some type of trade. You could go to a trade school and become an electrician and then, get an apprenticeship through the trade school. There's so many different ways that you can go there, and that your network could really determine whether or not you want to go to college and just straight out go the educational route, or if you want to, pick up a trade and grind out on that trade until you get to where you want to be. The next thing, prior skill. And, this is going to apply to both routes. If you have prior skills or prior knowledge in a certain industry, like if you've always been that biology nerd and that you want to do something in the medical field or something with biology or microbiology or anything, then you know what's going to be, once again, your passion, by being able to use your prior skills. It may not even be your passion, but if you're good at something, for instance, me being a math teacher, I've always kind of liked math, but it's never been, my favorite thing. I've always actually loved science because I like application. However, getting out of college, math is a field that so many people need help in and struggle in. So there were a lot of jobs open in math, not as many jobs open in science. So I hopped right in, boom, got myself certified, started working in math, and I've been there since. So you may just have a skill and be good at something, and it may just come easy to you. So it may just be something that you go and do. And number 5, and this is something that a lot of people try to denounce or, say that this isn't a valid reason, but it really is. You think a certain way. Everyone has 2 types of sense. Some people have 3, or 4, So, but the 2 types that I'm talking about right now are going to be your educational sense, your book sense, as people call it, your book smarts, and your tactile or your application sense, which is what people call your street smarts. If you are a more, tactile, hands-on, get out there and grind type of person, and that's what you like to do, go to technical school. There's nothing wrong with going to technical school. Right now, plumbers make more than teachers. Some plumbers make more than doctors. Fixing toilets, it depends on where you are and, what's going on. But a service call could be $100, $200, $300. You can go out and fix one toilet and make what a teacher makes in a day in an hour. So there's nothing wrong with making an honest living using your tactile skills. So take advantage of the skills that are open to you if you want to go to technical school. Now, on the other hand, if you're a book smart person, you're that biology nerd, you're, that math geek, there's nothing wrong with being a math geek. There's nothing wrong with being a biology nerd. There's nothing wrong with being smart and displaying that. There's nothing wrong with that. If that appeals more to you, if you're more of the office style worker, if you're more someone who wants to, be in a managerial position and you don't like to work with your hands, if you can be honest with yourself and say, I'm lazy, maybe find yourself one of those jobs. Not to say that going to college, all jobs that you go to college are, like doctors, they're going to be on their feet all day. So, depending on what type of doctor you are, but that also depending on your style and yourself. When you go to med school, you pick your residency and whether or not you want to go to an active residency or a lazy residency. And it's the same thing with being an instructor. Pretty much any career, when you go into them, you can really choose your route, even with technical school. But there's a lot more desk, laid back jobs that are going to come out of being in college. So if that's what you're looking for and that, go to college. However, look into those technical options as well. Once again, if your skill set is for technical, because maybe you become a foreman. You might have to work hard to initially, and then you may move up to where you don't have to work hard at all. So navigate yourself through the ranks and get yourself to where you want to be. With that being said, you guys, I hope this helped you with your choosing of your career path and your ideas in the future for whether or not you want to go to technical school or go to college. There's no financial benefit either way. You can be just as successful financially either way. It's more about your success in your heart and what you doing what you want to do. So if you're doing what you want to do, you love what you're doing, and you're feeling that you're compensated accordingly and happy with what you're doing, then you are successful. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you